Hey dudes and dudettes, here with another Path of Exile video for you, and we're going to be talking again to Vagan,
Happy to share
Weapon
my
Master.
hard-earned wisdom with you, Exile.
And we're going to be talking Duelists with him.
Do you know where the duelist tradition came from, Exile? The Ezomytes. Early on, those Western potato munchers worked out that war was a pretty bloody stupid idea, at least the wholesale slaughter side of it. So they fashioned themselves a tradition of championship. Here's how an Ezomite battle would go. Both sides get dressed up in their fiercest and finest war garb. They'd all prance about, banging drums and flinging curses at each other. Then when everyone was het up enough, a few chosen lads or lasses would step forward and fight it out. To the death, usually. The point of it all? My champions win, and I get to have that fish-filled estuary on my border. Your champions win, and I hand over a few hundred cows. Deal done, and most of us get to go home. The Eternals pinched the idea from the Ezomytes, and the Oriathans pinched the idea from the Eternals.
So that's pretty cool because you know it's building on the three-tier lore. You know, the Eternals, as you know, and all that happened, like Ezomites when they helped overthrow the Eternal Empire and stuff like that. And if you talk to a lot of the NPCs, they mention the Ezomites, and you can see some of the Ezomite gear in the game that alludes to it. And they have poetry and stuff like that to talk about it. Like the Ezomites, you know, glisten gleamed in their you know, in their awesome war gear. You know, their fancy war gear. Like he said, they get dressed up for it, and then, you know, only a few fight. But in this case, everyone fought. You know. So the Ezomites, they said it looked like flowers or fireworks or whatever it was. So that's pretty cool. If you go back and see, you know, to some of my lore videos, you might see that. You know, you can imagine the sight of that many duelists coming out there and, you know, against your army, even if they were, you know, Eternals with gems in them. You had to think, oh man, the Ezomites are gonna probably tear us up because they're duelists. So that's pretty cool that they're explaining the past of the duelist and some of the lore of the Ezomites, because they're, you know, you see all the gear referencing them in the game, and now you get to wonder why their gear was so awesome. It's because they had some extremely good fighters and weapon masters, yeah, I suppose, you know, that built weapons and gear. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and look forward to the talking about the other Forsaken Masters that Vagan's going to be doing. And as always, take care, be safe, and be cool to each other.